All right, let's dive into this because it's a big deal. Macklin Celebrini just signed a 5-year, $94 million contract with the San Jose Sharks. Yeah, you heard that right. $94 million. But here's the thing. This isn't just about the money. It's about what this means for the Sharks, for Celebrini, and for the NHL as a whole. Personally, I think this is a statement move. The Sharks are saying, we're all in on this guy, and we're building around him. And you know what? It's not just hype. Celebrini's numbers speak for themselves. 115 points in a single season? That's not just good. That's historic for the Sharks. But what makes this really interesting is the timing. The Sharks have missed the playoffs for 7 straight seasons. 7. That's a tough pill to swallow for any fan base. Yet, here they are, throwing $94 million at a 20-year-old. Why? Because they see something bigger. They see a player who can turn this franchise around. And honestly, if you take a step back and think about it, this is the kind of bold move that separates teams that are rebuilding from teams that are actually rebuilding. It's not just about signing a star. It's about sending a message to the league and to their fans. We're serious about winning. Now, let's talk about Celebrini for a second. This kid is special. I mean, he's already breaking records, and he's just 20. What many people don't realize is that he's not just a goal scorer. He's a playmaker too. Those 70 assists, that's not an accident. He's the kind of player who makes everyone around him better. And that's exactly what the Sharks need right now. They've got a young core, guys like Will Smith and Ivar Stenberg, who are showing promise. But Celebrini is the centerpiece. He's the guy who can take this team from promising to contender. In my opinion, this contract is as much about the future as it is about the present. It's about locking down a franchise player before he becomes the franchise player. Because let's be real, if Celebrini keeps this up, he's going to be a household name in the NHL. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. The Sharks' strategy. They've been on a wild ride the past few years. Remember that 2024-25 season where they finished with just 20 wins? Ouch. But last season, they jumped to 39 wins. That's a massive turnaround. And now, they're doubling down on that momentum. They've added pieces like Jacob Trouba and Darnell Nurse, which, honestly, feels like they're trying to build a fortress around Celebrini. What this really suggests is that the Sharks aren't just hoping for a playoff spot. They're aiming for a Stanley Cup run. And while that might sound ambitious, it's not crazy. With Celebrini leading the charge, anything feels possible. One thing that immediately stands out is how much faith the organization has in him. Mike Greer, the GM, called him the centerpiece of the team. That's not just praise, that's a blueprint. They're building this team around him, and that's a huge responsibility for a 20-year-old. But if anyone can handle it, it's Celebrini. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This contract isn't just about the Sharks or Celebrini. It's about the NHL's youth movement. We're seeing more and more young players stepping into superstar roles, and teams are betting big on them. Look at Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews, and now Celebrini. These guys are changing the game. But what's really interesting is how teams are structuring their rosters around these young stars. It's not just about signing them. It's about building a team that can grow with them. The Sharks are doing exactly that. They're not just throwing money at Celebrini. They're investing in the pieces around him. And that's smart. Because let's be honest, in today's NHL, you can't win with just one star. You need a supporting cast. The Sharks seem to get that, and that's why this move feels so significant. Finally, let's talk about the fans. Sharks fans have been through a lot. 7 years without playoffs? That's tough. But this contract feels like a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a sign that better days are ahead. And you know what? I think they're right. Celebrini isn't just a player. He's a symbol of hope. He's the guy who can bring this fan base back to life. And if he can lead this team to a Stanley Cup, well, that would be something special. Personally, I'm excited to see how this plays out. The Sharks are taking a big swing, and I'm here for it. This raises a deeper question, though. Can a young star like Celebrini really carry a franchise? I think he can. But it's not just about him. It's about the team they're building around him. If the Sharks can get it right, we might be looking at the next NHL dynasty. And that, my friends, is why this contract is so much more than just a number. It's the start of something big.